Relax your cat.
That's
Well, hello to everybody. Welcome to Straight No Chaser, your favorite group chat where we speak everything in the way that we do in our group chat without any sort of filters, straight back in it. No chaser. And straight back in it is how you're supposed to do it anyway. Tonight we have the beautiful Hayana Bowen, for those who
Good
cannot.
evening. Good evening,
those-
ladies and gentlemen.
Very cool. We have the wonderful Bahar.
what's up.
Joining us a little bit later on will be the wonderful Rohan. And of course, it's me, Giselle, putting up two sets of peace signs, like a W or a V, gang signs all the way. And today we are going to be talking about situationships. No
No
relationship.
relationships. Hey.
Something. What is the rest of that?
Situationship.
Them kind of thing does.
Those are exactly the words.
That's exactly what
Please,
it is.
those are exactly the words. So remember that. Situationship, no relationship, them kind of things.
That's a good
Because
one.
honestly, I don't know the words either. Yeah, we're going to be talking about situationships, and we did touch on that before when we would be talking about the different types of relationships, but we're going to be speaking specifically about situationships. We've asked a few questions to our lovely followers and listeners, and we do have a few responses. We're going to weigh in where we deem necessary. And of course, we're going to go to the internet for their stories because it's always very entertaining. But before we do that, we're going to take a shot together, as we always do. So grab your glasses, ladders.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not my
I like
back.
that shot glass. Can I see?
Yeah, is it iridescent? Oh no.
It's
It's a nice
Jamaica.
one.
Jamaica.
It's very
Jamaica.
beautiful. I
Thank
like
you.
that.
Thank you.
It's very hue.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
What's that, Campari? Just?
Uh-huh.
You know it.
Yes.
Ooh. Ah, that felt. Ooh. Huh.
Ah. He.
What's going on?
Sorry, it burned. It burned a little going down. I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, so we're talking about situationships tonight, and I believe we're going to start off with the questions that we put on our Instagram page, situationships. So, B, do you remember the questions?
I do remember. I could pull them up too. So the first question, I guess, do we want to define what situationship and what we found?
Yes, we can.
With like Webster's dictionary definition.
Definitely pulled up dictionary.com, eh?
Well, even Women's Magazine had a definition about it too. It's kind of interesting, but
yeah, I have one from dictionary.com.
Yeah.
And the pronunciation on dictionary.com is situationship.
Okay. Noted.
A situationship is a romantic or sexual relationship that is undefined and non-committal. People in a situationship are more than friends, but less than committed romantic partners. It is often used to describe a broad range of relationships that involve romance and or sex, and sources often differ on the precise meaning. Common among the many definitions of situationship is a lack of commitment. In a situationship, either one or both people are not willing to commit to a long-term relationship with the other person at that moment. Hey, there is the Rohans.
Hi, Roro.
Who's sliding into our convos? Hi, Ro.
Wagwan.
Yeah, just in time. We just started. We just defined a situationship.
Oh God, my
Take
whole
your
life.
shot one time.
Yeah.
Oh, a shot of Gatorade. That looks like it's good.
You hear
I'm
the cute
hydrated,
girl.
man. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
so
understandable.
My little girl, the
Yeah,
little
I
girl
love the hair.
So cute.
Shall I define it again for Rohan's advantage?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
I'm here.
situationship is a romantic or sexual relationship that is undefined and non-committal. People in a situationship are more than friends but less than committed romantic partners. It is often used to describe a broad range of relationships that involve romance and or sex, and sources often differ on the precise meaning. Common among the many definitions of situationship is a lack of commitment. In a situationship, either one or both people are not willing to commit to a long-term relationship with the other person at that moment.
So we asked the same questions to our listeners. Listen, our listeners give some really funny answers to, which I love, to all the questions that we've answered, but we'll start with this one. So one of our listeners answered, a person who, so we asked, what is a situationship? And they answered, a person who is your person, but isn't your person at the same time.
Do we know that person who said that?
It wasn't me. I'll tap out. It wasn't me.
Yeah, none of us, not us four.
Okay.
But I can actually relate to that. I can understand that statement because I feel like when I was in one that I also confided in that person that I wouldn't necessarily, confide in others. It's a weird thing. Like it's not like, oh, I trusted this person more, but you have just like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
It's a pillow talk.
It's
pillow talk.
It's
That's
like
what,
the live
and like
talks.
you're
Yep,
already
exactly.
there.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what it is.
One person answered, when you want a ride but don't want to buy the car, Uber relationship.
Uber relationship. Love
That's
that.
a good one. That's a good one.
I am writing on a t-shirt.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I like that. I get it
People
for all
put
of
that
us.
under. I wonder
But
if
it
that could
sounds
be
expensive.
that's true.
Aren't a lot
I
of
wonder if like people like
situationships
whoever uses dating apps could
expensive?
just be looking for an Uber relationship. That could be
Would
a
that
line now.
be them picking you up to get
Yeah.
dick?
Well, it's not like an Uber X. It's probably like an Uber share.
Ooh,
Like you and others.
It is an
makes it
Uber
sound
share
nasty.
because
It's an Uber share.
it might, you don't know how many other people
Mm.
also riding in there.
Exactly. So
I like
you just
that.
have
I
to
like
know
that
that
here.
that's your car for a second, and that's it. When it drops you off somebody else's car.
Oh ho.
Someone said my entire dating history.
Hi.
Also, no
Yeah.
shame in that. If that's where you are in life, that's where you are in life.
Is your hand up?
That's
My
what
hands
she
up because it
said.
was me.
It was her
Oh,
answer.
that was you. Okay.
That was I will say
It screamed row.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been
Listen, I don't
situationship since my last.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything wrong with that. If
Mm-mm.
that's your thing,
Definitely
that's your
not.
thing.
Sometimes it's not your thing,
Yeah.
It's not my
just-
thing. I'm a
Oh,
wife.
you get put into the thing?
And I just end up there. And I'm just like, how did I get here again?
She really is a wife, huh?
Because
Yeah,
I'm a
surely is.
wifey, you know?
So I saw
And they
somebody
just wanna-
gave an
Agreed.
answer there that I feel like it's the best answer. And Ro, hold on. We're coming back. D, you go ahead.
Okay. That muted call you get after 12 from Domino's Pizza.
Wow.
Domino's Pizza never called me at 12.
But did they call you after 12?
The funny part that they specifically mentioned the muted call. So they had that person on mute.
That's crazy. That is wild. Let me tell you,
It's
that
quite
is wild.
it's quite a situation, eh?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's not even supposed to be a situation. That sounds
That's
like
a
you're a side
booty
piece.
call.
That's a side piece.
That sounds like a side piece. But
It's
then
not all the
booty
same
call.
thing. It's not the same.
Uh-uh.
A booty call is
situationship
necessary.
should be between singles. A side piece
okay, so that's okay, got it.
Yeah,
You
like I
think
don't.
there's so you're saying there's a defining line.
Okay.
I think so. Once you're in a relationship, like a situationship is not for you. You are in a relationship, and what you're doing is putting yourself in a situation for a side gal or a side man. But that's not a situation.
Wait, start over. What?
So when you're in a relationship, it's you and that person. Any extra
Like a proper relationship,
pieces,
like a canoe.
You are a canoe. We are paddling down the same river.
Okay.
But per chance, there are stops along the way. Not everybody makes that stop. But one person has a stop that they make all the time, they jump off. That's not a situationship. That is your stop. That is your jump off. Damn, calling people jump off is wild. Sorry. I had to eat a chip on that.
Anybody else have any other thoughts before we go for the last one?
I don't. No.
Okay.
You're doing the mouth.
Last one was when a man take you for idiot.
Of course, that's
Bahar, this was my favorite answer, and let me say it for you.
Thank you.
A situationship is when man take you for idiot.
Is that not your response?
It is. That's what she took it.
Yeah.
I was not publicizing that.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No, I said that was my favorite response.
Oh, we can cut that part. We can cut it.
No, it's fine. It's out there now.
No.
It screams you.
I said what I said and I meant it.
Okay.
It screams you.
Before we go to the next one, because I think it aligns with the next question, I was just like looking some stuff on internet, and Women's Health magazine wrote an article actually a couple of weeks ago on how can you tell you're in a situationship?
Ooh, I have that one too.
Yeah.
I also have one from Cleveland Health Clinic, which is just 5. So I thought it was easier to run through because Women's Health has 11. So we could also compare how to tell if you're in one.
Yeah.
And then I found
people who don't know that they're in one or not.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I found rules too.
I hate that for them. Honestly,
I
like to know if I'm in one.
Yeah, same.
Let me move accordingly. Damn.
So the first sign was there's no natural evolution or growth.
Yeah, I have that same article.
The second one is there's someone else or multiple people involved.
Which is natural.
Third
I would just assume so.
The third is you only make short-term or last-minute plans. So don't think of vacationing, guys. Fourth is there's no consistency. 5, they often make excuses to not hang out. 6 is you mostly small and dirty talk. 7, you don't talk about the future. 8, they tell you that they don't want to get serious. 9, they show you that they don't want to get serious. And then 10 and 11 was interesting. Or 10, it was you're frequently anxious. So I guess that might be for the person who doesn't know what they're in, right? And then 11 is you're getting bored.
So that one about you don't talk about the future, that is clearly an American version of situationship, because let me tell you about these West Indian men and how they will make plans with you forever,
they will plan to breed you.
They are planning to.
They will plan to breed you. They will be married as fuck and be like, I just want to put I just want to breed you, girl.
How do you say it?
I just want to breed you, girl. And it's like the eye does close and the lip does bite and just...
It's true.
Yeah, I
There's
just
a man in my DM telling me he want to breed me every time I post something. It's like, I can't wait to have babies with you. I'm like, how?
But
you
also,
haven't even bought me a tequila shot, much less have a child with me.
And you're right, because I think the American version also probably put a line in there of they won't introduce you to their family. In my experience, exactly.
In Grenada, you would probably have dinner with them and their family and their wife.
Yes, and you don't know, or you well know. Actually, you as well know. You still play a part. No, the men here are different. They're a different breed.
Different.
I don't know where they came from, which planet, who birthed them, but it's a wild scene out here for situationships.
It is quite wild, guys. So if you're not from the Caribbean, it's different out here for us. Situationships,
wild west. No rules don't apply here.
Yeah, they don't. I have a few rules from Loop TT or Loop Caribbean.
I think we need to write our version of signs that you're in a situationship from the Caribbean perspective, because I find situationships here are very similar to
relationships,
to
marriages,
like marriages, bro.
No, because people be getting big mad.
Man will kill man for girl that is not theirs and their wife home sleeping.
Way.
Like fight you
Bless
down.
you. Are you frozen? And she's so cute.
It's so cute.
Let me screenshot that real fast.
So cute.
I print screen that.
Look at her little smiley face. You froze, but you were like
bless your heart.
Like it was so cute.
Yeah, what they said.
Again. Oh
God.
You good?
Am I back?
You're back.
Let me tell y'all something for listeners and for y'all who may not know. I have always had the shittiest internet on island. Am I frozen again?
No, you're fine.
It's good. You're freezing. You're freezing cute.
This is just sitting still, so that's why I think you're frozen. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm sitting still because I am saving this.
Oh God.
Lizzie, you were saying?
What was I saying? Hold on, I'm just making sure this saved. Cancel. Is it saved? It should be saved. Sorry guys, this is very important to me to save this. Hold on, please.
Not the elevator music.
Right?
And then it stops, and then you think someone's coming on the line. Does that ever happen to you, or the music's like you've been waiting and waiting?
Yeah, it happened to me with Flo multiple times.
Flo, get it together, please and thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that there was a Loop Caribbean article on rules to follow in situationship, and I think it's kind of more directed at us in the Caribbean. So people outside of the Caribbean, you could take what you want from this, but this is probably geared towards the us. So it says the situationship, the gray area between a casual fling and a committed relationship. It's the land of we kind of together, but not really, where the rules are murky and the feelings are often left unspoken. It can be thrilling, confusing, and downright frustrating, but for those who dare to enter the world of situationships, there are some key rules to follow to make sure you come out unscathed. So buckle up, my friend. Let's explore the wild and wonderful world of situationships. Not butter all your buckling all yourselves.
We buckled.
All right.
I'm not trying to get whiplash right now, you know.
Listen, I wish I had that seatbelt, because as an American coming into the Caribbean, having my own definition of situationship and then diving into a different style of situationship, I wish I had a seatbelt at that time.
Baby girl, I apologize.
Continue.
I wish.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So, no, Jans, go ahead with what you were saying before we start off on this wild ride.
No, I was just apologizing to Baha for us not being there in her time of need.
Oh, it's okay.
You know,
y'all are here now, so
that's true, and we're happy to be here, and we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Rule number 1: define your relationship. The first and most important rule of any situationship is to define what you both want out of it. Are you looking for a casual fling, or are you hoping for something more serious? Make sure you're on the same page so that you don't end up with hurt feelings down the road. Communication is key. Communication is crucial in any relationship, but even more so in a situationship. Make sure you are checking in with each other regularly to make sure you're still on the same page. This can also help avoid misunderstandings and unnecessary drama.
Okay, solid advice, I guess.
Keep it light.
Okay, question.
Played out,
So this is saying about checking in often about how you feel and stuff. And some people might think that you should be doing the opposite.
I would think that you would do the opposite, but I think what they're saying is to make sure that this still is what it is.
Page.
Because you know how somebody, I can't even say a woman anymore, you know how somebody their feelings might get away from them. I am using exact words said to me in a situationship am in, and I'm just saying, get away from them. Nope, we're not stopping. And so somebody's feeling might get away from them, and you might see different actions or you might feel different things, and you're just there trying to make sure, we still just fucking, right? We're still just fucking. Right? Anyway, I think that's what they mean, to make sure that nobody has caught extra feelings or it's still just what it is. Rohani had a question?
No.
Keep it light. Number 3.
There were just some words.
Yeah, was that?
Are you feeling triggered, Rohan?
I heard was
I said, are you feeling triggered?
I don't know. I just heard was you know?
No, yes, I heard
Slash. That. I wasn't sure if my AirPods were on.
I think that was a typo.
That happens sometimes too.
Also, Ro, I think I know why your internet's slowing down. When you get very animated, that's when it starts I know.
So I can't even have a little.
You can't.
How is telling
you could do
relax your cat.
That's
no. I like it when I love when Ro have a hype cat. Don't worry about that.
Thanks, girl. That's what
you do. I love that.
You just said I love when Rohan has a hype cat,
and that is a clip.
And that is a clip. You know what? Because we all love when Rohan has a hype cat. Number 3 is keep it light. One of the biggest benefits of a situationship is that it's usually pretty low pressure. Don't try to force things or get too serious too quickly. Keep things light and fun and enjoy the ride. Pun intended.
Well, you shouldn't be getting anything serious in a situationship. This is for what it needs to be for, and that's it.
Be honest. Number 4 is honest. Be honest. Honesty is always the best policy, but it's especially important in a situationship. If you're not feeling it anymore, it's better to be honest and upfront about it than to string the other person along. This can help avoid hurt feelings and resentment down the line. And number 5, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So finally, it's basically keep your options open. It's not a committed relationship. It's okay to date other people, and it's more important to keep your options open. This can also help avoid becoming too emotionally invested too quickly.
That's why you don't cuddle, guys. Come on, take my advice. I'm serious about that.
Stop nice, though.
Cuddling your situationships. No, because when you start getting that intimacy, you're already like chatting, you're having sex, maybe you're the kind of situationship that goes out together, not necessarily a date, but like y'all lying together and you go home together. Why are you cuddling? You're in a relationship. That end of the night, you leave the club.
The thing is, right, for me, I don't think a situationship is strictly sexual, because you could have situations with people where it's not sexual, but it's like you all go to, that's your person, that your person. So you're vexed, you talk to that person. You talk to that person. Yeah, but then when something happens or that person gets somebody, then jealousy starts to, appear.
But that's when it starts getting murky.
That's true. A friend. I think that some people don't know how to share their friends, and a lot of people sometimes have confused emotions when they're friends.
And that's why I think it's kind of sketch, because a situationship doesn't I really don't think that it's only sexual. because that is not your man, but that's your go-to person. It could be your friend, yes, but also
I don't
there's
think your
hidden
situationship
feelings.
is your go-to person though. I think the sexual part is what makes it the situationship. Otherwise, it's just a friendship.
A
Yeah,
friendship
that
that
you have some sort of feelings coming out
Yeah.
of you
Maybe
for.
you have feelings for your friend, but I think it what makes it a situation is that
Is the sex.
it's the sex,
which is the benefit.
which is
Yeah.
yeah, it's like friends with benefits, but more complicated, I guess. Because
It should be less complicated, to be real
Yeah.
honest. Because a friends with benefits, that's the complication, I
is it the
think.
same thing and
Because
the name has just evolved?
I
I think
don't
it's
necessarily. I think they're
different
different,
things.
but they're not
But they
mutually
can,
exclusive.
yeah, they can cross over. There's a Venn
Yeah.
diagram. There,
Because
So
there could
what's
be a
a
yeah,
friends with
situationship with the person that you
benefits?
were a friend with before, and there could be a
mm,
situationship with somebody just new. Then when that situationship is over, y'all not really friends. You don't hang out, all that kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
Versus like
I
friends with
That's
prefer
benefits
that.
is
crazy.
like you hang out even after the benefits part has, if it ended
Yeah.
amicably, obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
that's if. But I always prefer if it's a friends with benefits situation, something has to suffer a little bit, to be honest, because being such good friends, if you are like that good friends with that person, and bringing sex into that complicates a lot of your relationship and how you react to each other, and it gets murky. So I feel like you always have to kind of renege on the friendship a little bit if you're just gonna go sexual. And a situationship, I don't want a friendship with you at all. I'm a friend. And if you are my friend, that's rough. But I don't want a friendship with you because then that's when you start muddling the water a little bit. Now we're in relationship territory, and neither of us or one of us doesn't want a relationship. The other one maybe does, maybe they don't. And if you don't have clear guidelines, then you end up being hurt. Somebody's gonna end up being hurt for sure. Like
I
you
think
gotta
these
you gotta
are
know when to cut
all
things and put.
that just like Ayana said, the names of all of these different things have just evolved to just kind of explain what you're in so that people don't necessarily judge you. We go together real bad, but we're not together, you know. That's
Make sense.
crazy. But that's the life we live in. That's the life we live
Were
in.
those all the rules on your thing, Jizzy?
Yeah, that was all the rules on the Loop Caribbean site.
Let's
I
take
had
it.
found some
Sorry, go
rules.
ahead.
No, I said I had also found some rules, but I don't know if they're different. These are from the American perspective, but we can move on. We could always come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We asked
Well,
some
let's ask the
questions on our page.
listeners. So for the listeners, we asked, do you have rules that you enforce during your situationship? One of our listeners answered, you do you and I'll do me, and we will do us when we're together. Ask me nothing and don't tote. I feel like that could be a song. Those are
Ask me
song
nothing and
lyrics.
don't tote.
It
Yeah, ask
definitely
me
can.
nothing and don't tote.
I feel like that's very clear boundaries for a situationship to work.
Yep, I
Very
agree.
clear.
Toting will occur.
Toting will
But
definitely
tote your
occur.
feelings in silence, my
Yeah,
people, please.
and
Tote your
don't
feelings
cause
in
a scene.
silence.
Uh,
Well, I've seen it once or twice.
Another listener said,
Chances.
"Don't tell my other women, what not woman, women, some plural,
So that person has several situations on their hand.
several situationships. Do
Love
you?
that for them.
If you have that energy to do that,
If you have that, can
I
you
can
imagine? I don't even
barely.
want people messaging me like that.
I couldn't even remember that today was the 29th of November. Okay, like my brain's been so off. To
Girl,
have so many situationships that make mind blowing. And then another listener was no cuddles or pillow talk, public outings alone, forehead kisses, and staying over.
We know who that was.
that was me.
Yes, that
Because
was
y'all,
Rose.
that y'all know those are my hard and fast rules. I don't play about that.
Yeah,
When you're a person who catches, you have to know yourself. If you're a person that catches feelings quickly and over like tiny things because you're the little things that matter type of person, cut all that shit out. Don't
yeah.
staying over, sir. What? Get a grip on yourself.
Oh
Call a
God.
girl. Yeah, I do. My time for that.
You know,
The sticking of
I'm
Rohan is
heartbroken
really
again.
killing me.
that was cute.
It's
It's
killing
the
me
cute
too.
faces coming out today.
Yeah. Mm. I don't know
Thanks.
if I could do this. I don't know if I could do.
The
I don't know.
rules.
No, the rules. Yes, the rules, especially Rohan's rules. Rohan's rules are
She's
tough.
pretty strict, yeah. I
I'm a
don't
lover girl. I'm the baby. Treat me like the baby. Please. Cuddle me, kiss my forehead, hold my hand, call me, text me, hold me tight. Like
Not
my
hold me closer, tiny dancer. No, thank you.
hold me closer.
What?
Time to dance.
I
That's the
think so.
slow down R&B version.
One of my rules is probably a strict rule, but because I guess it's like it's almost ultimating. But if you are doing the pokey dance with somebody else, let me know and I will
The
step
what?
away.
I'm sorry. The what?
The pokey dance with somebody else.
I'm not very
Let
familiar with this one. What is that?
That
the
we could
tango.
Is it like the Dougie?
The vertical tango, the monkey,
The horizontal shuffle?
the
Souffle?
souffle.
Oh, God.
Truthfully, I love that.
If you're sticking your pokey in something else,
The other way
that's
around.
heads
If you're
me. Or
sticking
the
your
other way,
thing in
sorry.
another
Yeah.
pokies.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Um,
I feel like that's fair. Communicate that, because
yeah,
especially if
It's
because
you're
a
like
fair
if
rule.
you're raw dogging, like
yeah, especially with
It
you
is
gotta let
a
me know.
fair
There's too many things
rule.
happening.
yeah.
It is a
Mm-hmm.
fair rule.
And it's like, and I know like for some people like, well, no, what's the point of the situationship? It's like I could that's a relationship. Like, no, still not. I'm just asking you like sexually be exclusive and that's it. And if you
Yeah.
can't, then that's all right. And I'll move on to the next.
Talk your
That's
shit.
fine. Uh,
I'm not mad at that because there's a safety
No, not at
factor
all.
involved.
Yeah,
there's safety factor.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's
I
a
also
health
think because it's
factor.
still we still have a long way to go in our culture, so Caribbean and Indian culture as well, on sexual education, and not only sexual education but the taboo around the topic of sexual education too. Like people are like, oh, they're like too like their ego comes into mind when we say, why don't you go just get a test, right? Like preventative measures to put
Yeah.
into place. But we've had a whole discussion on that before, so that's
I have no problem being very upfront about that. That's one of my rules. Regular testing.
Yeah.
If
Yes, definitely that.
I would ask, and I want to know. I would ask. Especially if we're doing certain things, and if we're doing this, it has to be worth my time, which means I'm gonna be enjoying myself to the fullest, and I need you to be prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was like, where was the rest of it?
I was trying to think what's the best word? What's the best word to use here?
I was like, suspense
I'm trying to be
pause.
straight and unfiltered, but I'm also trying to what if my mom finds this show?
She won't, don't
She's
worry.
just saying my daughter's being honest and brave.
Definitely not.
I know.
She's not saying that.
She's
She's
not.
not saying that.
She'd be like, "Oh, that bitch be fucking."
My aunt be seeing the clips because they definitely follow Curly Tails on Facebook.
Yeah.
So they see the stories pop up, and I'm just like, oh, please don't go looking for it.
Oh my gosh.
Go looking for it, aunties.
Next
Please
question.
It's not really about what we say, and it's just about the we're edifying the communities that we have.
We mean well.
We do mean well.
Next question.
Yes.
All right. So the next question we asked was, share a time your situationship ended well or amicably.
Bar.
Could we save Bahar for last?
Sure.
Yes.
Because Bahar might be one of the exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one listener said, that's a good one. Does mutual ghosting count? LOL. That's a good
I think
one.
that's a positive
If y'all
outcome.
just decided to ignore each other at the same time, no feelings.
I feel like that works.
That's
We're
perfect.
cool.
That would be the
it.
perfect ending if we both have the same epiphany and I'm like,
Mm-hmm. This don't
it,
make sense no more.
and we both just move on.
I
Perfect.
love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I love
Very
There's
that.
no
rare, but love
effort
that.
needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then another listener said, when I paid for her VIP to a few carnival events, I think that was amicable for her. That's what I was going to say. Right?
Love that for
Okay,
her.
love that.
If somebody paid for my VIP event during Spice Mass, I'd love that forever. Not for a long time.
That listener follows us. They don't want to pay for us too.
Right? Right?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
And then on the opposite end, it was share a time a situation ended.
Wait, hold on. Don't go breezing past this, Gil.
Oh, I forgot about
You have
myself.
yes to share.
Oh, yeah. So mine was marriage. Daryl and I did start as a situationship.
Situationship.
With its
relationship.
Yes.
Into marriage sheep.
A lot of boats, man.
That's a lot of ships. Yeah.
Bahar, you're a sailor?
It's a marina.
It's a marina. Dead. I mean, we also had the same problems that come with situationships, I will say. But yes, we did into marriage. Going on almost 2 years in February.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, y'all were there for the
quick.
relationship part, so I shall spare the details.
Don't spare.
But yes, guys, marriage.
Just so the people know, it can end well ghosting, it could end well tickets, and it could end well marriage. So
it could also end well with you keying his car.
That's badly.
That's
How?
badly.
You would have
you're saying it's well for the person that keyed the car?
And he would have learned a very valuable life lesson.
You assuming he learned anything?
You really stretch that definition.
He will learn the cost of getting that vehicle repainted. And that is a lesson.
Say you will learn the price of detailing a car.
Everybody learns something.
Okay.
I won't go do that. I ain't gonna lie. I won't do that because I don't want nobody tagging me and nothing on social media saying, look, look, my girl paying my car. No, I don't want to see that tag in the morning. Sorry.
Giselle, you are my spirit animal.
I know. Rawr.
And then opposite to that was share a time a situationship ended badly. So one listener said one person caught real feelings and the other didn't reciprocate.
Which is a lot of the time. It happens.
Yeah.
That's why the check-ins are important.
Yep. Making sure that everybody's still on the same page.
On the same page.
When I gave her the boyfriend experience, i.e. trips, but still did not commit.
Oh, babe.
Now you see the man them how they wicked. Do not
and
treat
that's
me
on
like
him.
a girlfriend.
Exactly.
That is on him.
I feel bad for him because then he's gonna go on and act a fool with the other women in his lives because they, them man and them could only take one heartbreak per lifetime.
I think in this case he's saying because the girl.
I just mean men in general, not this person.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, she got the boyfriend experience and wanted more. She wanted the boyfriend. I didn't give that to her. That's so mean.
And that's the part I don't understand. Listen, if you're in a situationship, I don't think there's anything wrong with trips, right? As long as there's rules, meaning that I pay for my shit, you pay for your shit. But don't try to do this trip, plan a trip, say,
please, pay for my shit.
No, or that's fine. Maybe that's a rule, right? But don't do this thing where you plan a trip for me. We say we're going away no, that's boyfriend. No.
That's boyfriend thing. I told
Yes,
y'all,
Giselle.
no cuddling, no staying over, no nothing. We're not doing none of that. Go ahead, girl.
Yes, Giselle.
Right. My question is, did she not want to commit or did he still not want to commit? Because
He
I
still
wasn't
did
clear
not
on
want to
that.
commit.
Or he still not. So you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because you must know that she gonna like this shit and it's gonna she's gonna try to evolve it. Now, if you're in a situationship and it's gonna grow into something else, then okay. But if you're giving her, you have admitted to giving her the boyfriend experience and just taking it away, fuck you. I don't feel bad for you anymore.
Yeah.
So what I would say,
I thought
and
it
that
was
this is
her.
me like high-fiving some men. God, please. But I think there are some men who really don't know because they've either been in relationships a lot or this is really just how they were raised. They treat women, even if it's a situationship, like they would a girlfriend because they don't know any other way. Like they don't know. Like I've had male friends who just don't know how to date or don't know how to just fuck around and just have that be. They're going on dates. They're going away with. And I'm just like, what do
Oh,
you do? I thought you were just fucking. And they're
yeah.
like, yeah, we are. And I'm like, where are you going with this person?
Right.
But they're like, I don't know any other way. And it's not that they're not doing it intentionally to like fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
They really just don't know how else to interact with a woman that they're interested in some sort of way.
That's a good
And that
point.
has been my 5 seconds of taking up for men.
That's a good point.
Come back again next year.
Yes, Jans.
So my 5 seconds of taking up for both sides. Do the nice things. Like situationships are so complicated because I advocate for honesty and openness and also freeness. Like whether I'm in a relationship with you or a situationship with you or I don't know, experience Asian ship with you, whatever ship it is, boat, canoe, we on a bicycle, whatever it is we on, I want to have a good ass time. And I'm going to do whatever to have a good ass time with you. At the end of the day, you want to have great memories and amazing moments that you can enjoy and look back on. However, I feel like it's only human, I find, unless you're made out of stone, and some of y'all really make out of stone, the natural inclination is to feel like an expansion and a growth. And if you spend enough time proximity with somebody, you're gonna grow to either resent them when you get to learn more about them and maybe not really like them. Because you might like the people that ghosted each other, they probably spent so much time together that they realize, even if I wanted a man, I ain't want he. You get to that point. Or you spend so much time with the person and you start to see more of them that you want to see more of, that you want to spend more time with. So it's like, really, you just have to take it how it comes, even with the rules and even with the boundaries. I'm not going to put up a boundary that's going to make me enjoy this person less. I want to enjoy every part of you. I'm sorry. And I'm greedy in that way. I want everything. End of speech.
All right.
Sis had to hold she mic to give that speech. You were coming out clear in
and
my
then I
ear,
dropped
baby.
and then I dropped. Did you see the mic drop?
Not mic drop. My thing is, right, I have, gone out with a few people and had things with people, but I don't consider them all situationships. Why? Because there are some people that it was literally just, hey, what you doing? Let's do so and so, blah, blah, blah. That's it. A situationship, in my definition, or not in my definition, but for me, is when there's like the definition that we read said, it's more than not something, but less than a romantic part, like a less than a committed relationship with that person. So there's a few people that we could all name in my life that I don't consider situationships at all. They were just there. And it's because there was that missing factor of, we could do things, but I could also not do things I won't feel anyhow. Right. And then there's the situationship where there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things be happening. And that's the one that I would consider a situationship, where it's like it's more than them dudes, but it's less than my last man. You dig? And I know that I would, manage my feelings and stuff because I know exactly what it is. And I would have feelings and I will manage them. And I would eventually, you see that part where there's no growth, that's where it kind of shaky for me too, because there has been growth in this one that I'm in. There's been growth. And so, yeah, like there's just, pardon? Oh, y'all talking to each other? All
Yeah,
right, cool. I just say
we're talking
talking to each other.
across the way.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Because both of you are down here for me, like one right next to the other. So I see that. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I stay just staring at Ro because Ro and I
Yeah, no problem.
I see you, girl.
I see you, babes. I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
you.
no problem, no problem, no problem. Like, yeah, so I can't even say that I've had a situationship that ended badly because I don't consider them situationships. Because the way I was just like, all right, cool. Then I don't consider that a situationship. I don't even know how many situationships I've ever been in, really. Maybe one or two.
I really
And I just cool with everybody, At the end of the day, that's a lot of energy for me to absorb to continue to be vexed with you. You have to do something seriously revolting, and for me to hold on to that. And the way I trying to live my life, not holding on to anything anybody else do, is like I can't. I can't. You have to do something that's totally upsetting. Like that last one day. That last one day you catch?
Give me a
It's not a
chance. Yes.
situationship. It was a missed opportunity on his part because
Hey, that's a good one.
Okay, girl. Knock him back and tell him.
Yes.
yeah, it's a missed opportunity on his part. It wasn't even a situationship because, unlike with a lot of other people, I stated my intentions and I was very clear with it, and he still decided to do what you would do and forget what you forget and didn't know how to manage. Right?
Yeah.
And was very chum with all the friends. Yeah.
I'm present now, and now I am upset.
He was really trying to
We know you're upset, babes.
No, but
we know you're
upset.
I am upset. I am situationships that I still try to come to terms. It's like, what is the point of lying in a situationship? What is the point? And the reason I say that because like the one situation that I have that did go bad was it wasn't somebody that like I was close friends with, which was great because I was like it was a very easy cutoff. But someone that's acquaintance that I would definitely see around, only for him to try to convince me once I found out that he was married and try to convince me that his wife was okay, that because she lives in a different country, she lets me have my needs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, because one, my previous marriage ended because of another person. So it was just like, what? And then the worst part about it.
Call your wife.
Right, exactly. And that's what it was. But the worst part about that is like with me doing that immediate cutoff, because I know that I can be very just like, and that's it. Like you will be dead to me. But then he made his presence so known everywhere I was. This was in Grenada as well, but like everywhere I was, like that time Bananas was open, y'all. What's up, Bananas? Throwback, but poor thing is not open anymore. But just in any or poor venue, I guess, whatever. Anyways, but would just make his presence known. And like it was obvious to my friends, like it's almost like he's being a stalker. And it was kind of, I mean, it wasn't scary because I didn't think it'd go that far, but it was kind of very annoying, right? And then when somebody would be talking to me, then he'd really make his presence known. He'll just kind of come around and start doing the staring games. I was just like, guys, like you don't need to lie to me in a situationship. Move on to the next. Maybe someone will be okay with that. There are people that are okay with that. More power to them. But for me, like, don't lie in my face because I will cut you off. Obviously, I don't have to worry about that anymore, but I'm just saying for the future. You
ask where that person from?
Huh? No, I don't want to ask where the person is from. And my thing is, is always the one that doing the fuckery, that don't want to and is okay, that is catch the royal when you know living a life authentically as you were prior to them. It always bites them in the ass. So then what are you doing? You know you can't handle it. Stop making it seem like if it's women that you have to lie to them because they wouldn't be able. You can't handle it, bitch. You're married and you're harassing my friend. Honest to God.
Oh.
It's always
Thank
them
you,
that
Boo
can
Boo.
handle it. Man is more gal than gal. Man is more gal than gal. And I said it and I meant it. I'll put it on a t-shirt. I'll write it in a song if I have to. Expert Productions, call me, because man is more gal than fucking gal. Because how are you married? How are you wanting to be? And then when my friend decide that she don't want to do that because you're married, you're in her face because you're talking to somebody else, that doesn't make any sense to me. You can't handle it, and don't do it. Don't do it.
It makes perfect sense to me. It makes perfect sense to me. Sometimes I think
take you for idiot.
Exactly.
I think it's a way of trying to control a situation. I don't think sometimes they do it because they have so many feelings for you. They do it so that they can always have the ball in their court.
Yep.
Yes, it's like, emotional manipulation.
They play in hardball. It is absolutely manipulation.
Do you not know?
So,
I think situationship,
my name is
while you
Giselle
should be
Spalding
honest,
Carrington. The ball is never
in your court.
Ever in your court. Always
except
mine.
For that one time when you drew it.
You know what? I threw that ball, but I got it back. Threw that ball, but I got it back.
You see that ball? That particular ball?
Oh boy. Ayana's just upset. I think my interactions with men have exclusively upset Ayana. No, and I want to apologize.
Let me tell you. Because how could you? And I will not talk about it again. Because let me tell you, men.
Be very careful.
Let me just say this: a situationship, like a marriage, is the best place to be honest, right? No, I feel like you should be honest in your marriage, but you also should be even more honest in a situationship, because you have nothing to. Well, this nice cat, but you have that to lose. But outside of that, you have nothing to lose. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's up. You would be surprised how much you could get from me if you tell me what's up, because I'll tell you what's up. I will tell you what's up. Let's just be honest,
That's fair.
Not because we lied down, we had to lie down in the lies, We could
lies down.
Yeah. When I text you about the lying down, it is not to lie down, So, and this is not speaking from personal experience. This is speaking from the upsetness that I get upset because I will not speak about it.
Again, I want to say sorry to Ayana that the people that I speak to,
drop your mic again, baby.
I have spoken to previously have upset us so greatly. I'm very sorry. A lot of them, one of them spat a big game and it was a small game, and
don't get me involved in your nonsense, because I will embarrass you. This is not to you, Giselle. This is in general to people.
I know.
If you get me involved in your nonsense, I try very hard to be a professional person. I often forget that I'm a professional because I am very unprofessional. And I am also not good at lying. The truth comes out in my eyes and out my mouth hole. I will talk the things and I will cuss you. I will embarrass you.
Boy, that mic girl working for Ayana today.
No, it's so upsetting. That needs to be one of the rules in situationships. Don't fuck with a girl that have a friend that have a mouth.
I agree.
That's fair. Because not a girl I fuck up, it's a friend.
But that threatens people to punch them in the throat. He throwed Rohan.
I like to threaten, just like don't I do the punch you in your throat thing. Rohan's a nice one. I'll just cuff you
Yeah,
No,
down.
no,
I mean,
no. She tell Daryl.
I
She
will
tell Daryl one
interact with
time, go
you.
punch in your throat.
We have
Nice.
two fighter friends.
He
Giselle will
deserves
talk the
justice.
things,
Yeah,
but the
I
other friend
agree.
will throw hands.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
You need like variety in your arsenal. Because you
Story.
need to
Ooh.
break them down. You need to break them down first. You need to feel bad within all the words within there. Like you need to be left as a shell of a man, and then somebody else just come and make the skeleton scatter. Because how?
Scatter. She
But
said
anyway,
scatter.
I
Let me just
digress.
say, w- this group of girls have ushered and welcomed men in our girlfriends' lives and have vouched wholeheartedly for some of these men
Mm-hmm.
and was so on board with them and would help them out with situations. You know, the man wants to like speak to the friend because like, you know, just wants to get like a different perspective. And they would take all that love and welcoming and turn it into venom. They would just
Dumpster fire.
they fuck it away. They just fling the drawers away. Further than the drawers is fling away.
Fling the man
They
away.
just they was fling it. So the upsetness that our friends feel, I'm sad that we feel that way, honestly, because
I'm not
we've gone
sad
in
that
with
we
such
feel that
good intent.
way.
No, because like
That we
no,
have
because
to
we
feel
go in
that
with such good
way.
intentions. I feel so sad that we have to feel that way
No, no,
because
it's
we've been
passion.
burned so this passion. But it's because like I feel like if I'm openly telling you like I'm down for us to like figure something out, there's no reason to lie to me.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason. Like what are you lying for? If I'm here saying I'm honestly telling you, and, you know, this is where I'm at. This is what I can handle. This is what I can see for us. And you're saying maybe similar things, but then you really meant none of it. What is the point of lying? Just say, I don't want to be with you.
What
However, when I'm in town, when I'm close by, let me be all up inside you swimming, backstroking. Let me just
Mm.
and honestly, sometimes everybody just needs a itch that needs to be scratched. So like you might just say yes. So don't be lying because it makes it worse. Now you can never fuck again. That's crazy. That is wild.
what I really don't like is, and a lot of men place this on us, and this is kind of like opening the spectrum, not just with situationships, but relationships and dating and all of this shits. Right. What I have experienced and what my friends have experienced and what I have heard from stories is that, you say that you want this thing. Like I don't really want into anything serious. Okay, cool, no problem. But then you're calling me all the time and we're texting and all of that, which is fine. We if that's what we're doing, then that's what we're doing. And then the question comes up of, hey, da 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 da. It could be a question for let's make a plan in the future, or, you know, you want to take this in a little a different direction, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, nah, because such and such and such and such, and you say that and it cuts there because that you ended that conversation, but then you're calling me to tell me about something that happened with your workday and da 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 da. How do you expect me to go forward if you have just said, nah, this is just it? I have clearly stated to you that I would like to move in a different direction. Like, I would like to take this, I want to go in a different direction with you. Let's take the left or the right rather than continuing straight, because we have been doing everything else. We're continuing straight. But nah, but then you continue. It's like that one guy that said long distance is not a remote job, and then continued the next morning to send me a picture of his penis. So you're working remotely this morning?
Oop.
As for he,
You know? And so I'm like, I don't think they know what they're getting into. And I don't think they easily break away from it because now this is your routine. But your routine ended when you said, nah. And that's fine. We could still be cool, but just know I'm gonna cut certain shit off because I've clearly stated that this is something that I'm looking forward to. And if it's not gonna happen, that's cool. We could still be brethren, which is a problem that a lot of people have with me personally. We could still be brethren, but you can't be my brethren like that no more. I'm gonna find that somewhere else. And honey, if I cut off my favorite hole for you, and you do that, please know that you're finding your piggy in a bag somewhere because cut off my favorite hole.
You know, it's wild. Cutting off your favorite hole to get with somebody and then it doesn't work out. That is devastating. That's
Now you have to kill
devastating.
2 men.
No, I mean, the favorite hole didn't do nothing wrong. The favorite hole was the favorite hole. But the favorite hole had to get a little.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, what if, and it does, hypothetical. You cut off your favorite hoe for a man that disappoints you, right? Favorite hoe's heart has been broken. This is hypothetical. Favorite hoe has moved on because they got cut off.
Don't kill favorite hoe, Ayana. You cut off favorite hoe.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Wow.
This is why I tell y'all with
Now the listeners know that there's a violent streak in me.
There is. After you went on that run, babes, they definitely know. Just pick up your mic twice.
There was one more answer.
And that's not even the bad rant. Giselle has seen the bad rant. That was the good rant.
I think I got that rant 5 times in a row.
The bad one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's probably one more left in me.
Apologize to the Yogo man who is sitting down next to the vehicle listening and wondering what the fuck she do to the other Rasta girl in the vehicle to cause this commotion and chaos.
That poor man thought I was getting ready to kill Giselle.
Because I just sat down there.
There was one more answer from a listener.
Sorry, B.
It's okay. That to the answer of, share a time a situationship ended badly. So the last answer from a listener was 1, gave me an STD, 2, blame me for his girlfriend finding out, and 3, wanted to fuck my friends.
Woo! This is all one.
That's like a trifecta. That's literally.
That is a trifecta, right?
Like the demon trifecta.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
That makes me mad.
Yeah, that's wild.
Person,
but yeah, those things would definitely end.
Yeah, and badly, and because that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. I don't even know who started that. That person, I hope you have a friend like me who has a shovel.
And a friend like me that has multiple knives.
Knife.
I have the mouth. Boy, that person should meet person. Or the person that did that.
They should be in person.
That is, I'm very sorry that you had that experience. That sounds really like.
That's horrible. That's horrible. That's deception. That's a lot of things. That's somebody.
That's gaslighting.
That's gaslighting. That's somebody who thought about
no accountability. That's
a lot. And to do the most dangerous thing of, especially if the person knowingly did, knew about that or didn't even decide to make any checkups, right? And then to also blame the person that you've essentially caused, pain to, like, that is the most disgusting thing. That's like trash behavior. Like, I can't. I got mad.
Sums it up perfectly.
Yeah, it's trash.
I just want to say that I don't think that my situationship has ended. So, just
we are aware.
Okay.
The last question we asked our listeners was, when did you know it was time to get out? Ro, I really love the images you used for these questions, because that get out one had me hollering. So for those of y'all did not see the question backgrounds, Rohan picked some really good images. The one for this one was from the Get Out movie, where the character,
it was Keith, yeah.
It was great. Okay, so when did
Confess.
you know you needed to get out? One listener wrote, I was bamboozled into meeting their parents.
Bamboozled?
Damn.
Bamboozled.
Led astray.
Oh,
Bamboozled.
damn.
Okay, Jaru. God damn.
How do you? I mean, is that
You want to come to a lime at my house? Oh, these are my parents. This is the guy I was telling you about, bamboozle.
I mean, if you went
There
Oh,
to
you
their
go.
house and
Jesus.
you didn't expect to see their parents, then you're wrong. But
But
But you're
it could
probably
also be like
accustomed
you want to go my
going
friend's
inside.
lime and then not tell that person your
Mm-mm.
family, parents are going to be there. And then you introduce them as like, oh, this is, as you said, the person
The
I was telling you
guy I was
about.
telling you about.
Yeah. Introducing as a friend, like, oh, this is my friend.
Quick thing. Should y'all ever meet situationship in a
no.
proper setting? I said nothing. I've never said a word. Aside from Mayana. I've said nothing.
What do you
Your
mean?
boyfriend?
Go ahead, B. Next answer.
No, no. What were you saying?
No,
She was talking about her boyfriend.
Oh,
Giselle,
okay.
I was
I
trying.
understood. I
Got you.
understood.
Got you. I
I
got
was
what you're
just
saying.
saying, okay, you get it, you
Get
can
it.
move
I
on
got it
because
now. Thank
Rohan
you.
is on one like Drake.
One
Hello,
listener
today was sparkling
said,
upbringing. Drink number one.
what's out? I still promote toxic sexy time anytime her present ain't acting right. So
You
present,
know
I'm
what?
assuming her present man.
You know
Well, yeah,
what?
you really a situationship. You're
No,
not
that's
You
not
watching
a
could do it.
sexy.
situationship.
You're a
He
side
a
man.
side piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Hey.
babes.
But I think it
And that
sounds like
is
he's
One
okay being
and
a side piece.
as a side piece, that is your role.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he seems
According
okay
to
to be
Dexter
that.
Dax.
Yeah. You're not supposed to cause no
Call him
Poisoning?
problem. You're not
call
supposed to
him
ask
if.
nothing.
It is not it's
Call
call
me.
him if. He didn't say call him every night. He said call him
No,
if.
call me if. The
Yeah.
little man over again.
Yeah.
And then the last one was when I was cussing him out in public. It took me fully out of character and I hated that.
Mm.
That's how you know. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you got someone having you move in a way that you normally don't move, that's a
Yeah.
great
Once you jump
sign.
out the character, that once you jump out the character, just stay out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even just zip that up. Stay ready. Like, don't make no sense. Because once someone takes you out of character, you know that that person is testing your patience beyond what it needs to be or what it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you see, I like to fuck around and find out sometimes. Eh? So I
Use
I
bacchanalis.
Mm-hmm.
A
You, girl,
bacchanal that can't take the bacchanal.
I
she
really
wants to
don't
be the
like
bacchanal.
bacchanal. I love peace and I'm a lover girl and I don't fight. But you see, when I drink my rum and thing.
You see, they tell all about that. They tell all about all in and then they tell all about this drinking.
Whoa! What did she say now?
When you drink your rum and you only want roti and toti and problems, is a problem.
Yeah.
When I'm drinking rum, I am appropriating. First of all.
Go ahead, girl. Fling them blocks.
Well, that was the last one for the questions, but I know someone said we had some other stories.
Yeah, I found some on BuzzFeed. So we're back to the out of the Caribbeans. Let's see the BuzzFeed. All right, so this is 18 people share how their situationship ended, and some of these are worse than any breakup I've seen. So it says we were always on the brink of relationship. The chemistry was intense, as was the compatibility, and he was the only guy I could be with in silence without it getting awkward. We have similar values. We're both introverts. It ultimately didn't work because he has mental health struggles that he didn't want me to suffer through. And he once drunkenly admitted that he's terrified of me walking away one day to where I'm not a part of his life at all anymore. I said we could either try and I might walk away one day, or we leave things as is and I'll definitely walk away. All in all, it took me 9 years. but I ended up walking away
All in
this
all, it
past
what?
summer. It took me 9 years,
A trial.
but I ended up walking away this past summer because I couldn't heal and move on from him as long as he was still in my life. We said our goodbyes, wished each other well, and walked away without hating each other. I live thousands of miles away on a different continent now, and a huge weight has fallen off my shoulders, but he'll always stay with me like a ghost. I didn't think I had it in me to love someone almost unconditionally. Sometimes you love people you shouldn't, and in the endless space of that love, nothing else matters.
So she fell in love with him basically,
Mm-hmm.
which caused the 9 year
Well,
situationship.
90.
Yeah, 9 years.
That's
Let me not, I can't say anything. Shut it up immediately. Um, Number two said he rode away in the trunk of someone else's car to avoid talking about feelings with me.
so was it like
You muted, Bips. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, can you clarify what part of the vehicle he was in?
The trunk. There is even a little image.
He rolled
Yes,
out.
I
Oh,
saw
oh, so
it.
even the trunk is open?
I don't think that's the actual
I
car,
think
Oh,
that's
okay.
but
just
I
like
was
you
about
know,
to
a picture
say,
of a
but it
trunk.
just okay.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
This
Out
other
of a
one,
trunk?
it started off innocent enough, but about after a year, feelings started to come to the surface. When I was certain that we were moving in the direction of relationship and he declared his love for me, I found out he had been in a relationship with someone else the whole time and was a stepdad to a small child. It almost destroyed me. I told his girlfriend via text, and she straight up called me a liar, even though I had proof. Anyway, I walked away. He tried to come after me, and it really messed with my head because I thought we had something special. And he said we did, yet he was with someone else. Not to mention that we worked together, different departments, but the same company. I ended up finding and dating my now husband and leaving that job and changing my number. I recently reconnected with an old coworker who brought him up and said he was heartbroken when I left. I feel like what he did to me was unforgivable. Being friends with benefits and catching feelings and learning that he has a whole ass family caused a lot of emotions, but I'm so glad I didn't end up with him. Um, there's one
We
that
should not
said
tell
it
the wife.
just, yeah,
I feel like, protect your peace. Just bust way. Because
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to believe you. This isn't, what's that movie with Cameron Diaz
Even if they
and then like where they all like kind of got together and got on the husband. Like
Cameron
they like
Diaz, I don't know
they
that
got
one.
yeah, there's like a Cameron Diaz, um, that little whispery voice. I think she's a redhead.
Alexa,
And no.
Amy
And I'm
Adams.
one of those I can't know.
Christina Applegate?
Uh-uh. Good Lord. Why can't I remember? I love this movie too.
While you remember the movie, number four
Yeah.
said it just fizzled out. No real reason, just life. It was clear neither of us was in it for the long haul, so we both let it happen. He got married a few years later. I have no idea what he's up to now, as we have completely lost touch. I hope he's happy. This one says we were friends with benefits for 10 years. He wanted to get married and have kids someday, so he got married. I'm not that upset about it. I was too independent and he wanted a woman who depended on him. These are very different.
It's a movie.
What's
The other woman.
the other woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
think I ever watched that
That's a
in its
good
Oh
one.
my
entirety.
God, watch that movie. It's so funny.
It's
This
very
lady
Oh,
funny.
is,
her.
yeah.
Rachel
And this
somebody?
model,
Rachel
God, I
Adams.
can't remember.
Rachel
No,
McAdams?
No?
no, her name is Leslie Mann. And then
That's what
Kate
we said.
Upton. Leslie Mann?
Yeah, we just said that.
Oh, sorry, I thought I heard
That's not what we said,
somebody else.
babes.
Well, okay, damn.
Well, we said Rachel and Amy Adams McAdams. We didn't say Leslie Man. I mix up all those right. We said Amy Adams and Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, y'all didn't say Leslie Mann.
Yeah, we didn't
Oh,
say
we
Leslie
didn't say
Man.
Leslie Mann.
Definitely not. This one says there was so much back and forth on his part. You want me, you don't want me. I only ever wanted an honest conversation where we laid it all out there. He kept putting it off. Finally, I gave the ultimatum for just a conversation. His answer was indifferent either way, so I walked away. He hasn't been in a good place for a long time, and I tried my damnedest to help him, but you can't force something the other person is convinced they don't deserve. This one says, "Ooh, I had his baby."
That's one.
16 years
Yep.
later, We are best friends and co-parents to a child. He ended up marrying my friend from high school, and they have two kids of their own. I'm also married, but I have no other kids. We all get along and even vacation together. It's the best co-parenting situation for our son as he's growing up with two very united parents, but with two families that adore him.
For the ones who can, I love it for you.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be able to do that. I have
We
some
we
growing
quickly
to do.
realized we didn't want to be just friends who had sex. It's been over a decade now, and a lot of times he still seems
A
like my very
decade.
best friend, but there are lots of downs as well. I don't plan on getting rid of him, I guess.
I think people have different definitions of situationships.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. It's
Yeah.
clear. And I guess that's why they just put it under one situation because you can't define what all of these things are. They're
Yeah.
all situation-y. We both agreed that we didn't want anything serious and just a bit of fun, but everything we did screamed relationship. I met his mom, we would hang out, go for dinners, etc. But then one day he told me that he thought I was too emotionally invested. I told him I wasn't, and we argued and then didn't speak. He came crawling back after he found out I was in a relationship, telling me he wanted us to move in together and get a dog. And I was like, boy, bye.
Oh, good for
I've
you.
been with my current partner for 8 years, and that argument was the best thing that happened. You know what, Jay?
Tell y'all boundaries.
Yeah.
Work with them. But
Um,
I don't want me to
Number
finish.
10 says, I had feelings for him. There was no secret throughout the course of our whole thing. As we started getting involved with the intention of potentially becoming a couple, he was very manipulative and used my feelings and desire for a relationship in order to control me, indicating that he would only date a person who did this or dressed like that. He demanded monogamy from me. But since we weren't dating and he was not my boyfriend, as he frequently reminded me, he did not owe me the same. Things finally came to an end when he decided that I hadn't behaved properly. What in the 50 Shades of Orange
I
is
know.
this? I hadn't behaved properly, hadn't done things he expected of me, and punished me by canceling our plans for my birthday. At this point, I was devastated.
Punished.
So another friend took me out and knocked some
That'll
sense
piss
into
me
me
off.
about the whole thing. And the image for this is happy birthday. BuzzFeed is so
BuzzFeed is
out
so
of
funny.
pocket.
And first of all, this concept, because I've heard that concept like, oh, my partner punished me. Even like relationships, like what world? What
If it's
world?
not a spanking, then I don't want to hear about no punishment in relationships in this big age.
Mm-mm.
Punishment are for children to go in the naughty corner and for adults to get a little spanking and a little sexy time. But punishment out there,
Mm-mm.
I mean,
don't
This-
worry about it.
I've been a bad girl.
Don't say American Yellow. However,
But not
outside of
like
that,
canceling my birthday plans and that's no.
There's a lot
this
of
is why it's okay for
narcissists.
you to have
Yeah,
your
it's
own.
narcissism.
It does sound like that. I was
It's so
asking,
narcissistic.
y'all, do you think that a situationship um can be fulfilling?
I think
If
so.
that's what you need at the time, yeah.
It's that, yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that you grow out of it and you either want to move forward because if you've been there and you genuinely like the person, you want to move forward with it, or you just find something that aligns with what you need, or you're willing to break it off in order to find that. Because a
Yeah.
lot of the
Like you're
times we
ready to move
stick in
forward.
it, yeah, we stick in it because it's familiar and stuff, and then we don't allow ourselves. Um, just like, yeah, so I think it could be fulfilling in the moment. And the moment don't have to be like a month or a day or a week or a year. It could be for a while. Like we're hearing these people say 9 years and thing, and it seems atrocious to us. But I mean,
9 years
that's
runs
just
quickly.
it does. It runs pretty fast. 3 years does
Hmm.
too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was in a situation for like probably maybe 3 or 4 years.
And it does what it has to
Five
do,
five
right?
years. Ew, oh my God.
It does what it has to do in the moment. You learn a lot about yourself, what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, what worked for you before and doesn't work for you now. I think situationships are a good thing for you if you're intentionally trying to, grow in yourself. Like it helps you to know what it is that you want. Not necessarily getting
Yeah.
into them back to back to back to back, but
But yeah, it helps you like figure out what you want, what you don't want, your boundaries, like what your hard no's are. Like it kind of helps prep you for a relationship if you do it in a way that makes sense for you, and for the other person. Can't just go willy-nilly and just break people's hearts. But
yeah. That's why I keep saying, like, let us know what's up. Like, say what's up. If you're taking a bird and that's what it is, yes, no. This is only we're gonna see each other at the nighttime. Yes, no. Let the person decide. Like, hey, I am for this. I'm not for this, and also give them the opportunity to say, I don't want this anymore. Can it evolve?
mm-hmm,
If it can't, brother, sister,
yeah.
I.
Maybe you gotta Christian Grey this and just bring a contract in. Like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing. You might have to break out a contract. Be like, this is where we
Noted.
at.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Sort it out.
Thanks. Text messages and text in general is a difficult situation.
Please, please, please,
Okay, sorry, sorry,
please.
sorry, sorry, sorry,
Move
sorry,
on.
sorry, 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 sorry. I didn't read all 18, but those were kind of
And
heavy. Like those people were going through some things,
Yeah,
yo.
boy.
Some things. Yeah, situationships are they all day.
listen, they can be fun. They can be fun. They can be fun.
They're
But
meant
you
to
really
be.
do have to be considerate. First of all, be a decent human being. Be considerate of the other person's feelings. Be considerate of their time and what they can offer you and what you can offer them. Be considerate of each other's, did I say boundaries already? I love
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
boundaries.
Not yet, not
Be
yet.
considerate of each other's boundaries and talk through what you can offer and what you can't, and then do that. I feel like we've done an episode already where we've been like check in with the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been our friends with benefits episode, but the rules still apply. Like check in with the other person. You're not checking and be like, hey, do you love me yet? It's more of a I still feel the same way about you. I have a great time with you when we're together, and I'd really like us to continue on. And that person could be like, I think I'm catching a little bit more feelings. Maybe we need to just maybe not stop, but just dial back where what we're doing. Maybe if we call each other every day, we don't do that as much. If we're texting all day long, maybe we stop doing that. Maybe we're cuddling and we shouldn't. Like you need to find they just need to respect each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a relationship, whatever it is, you need to be able to, or you have to respect the other person and stop manipulating people into situations they don't want to be in.
Stop manipulating people. Stop
Like,
manipulating
who do
people.
you think you are?
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And also check yourself and your feelings because it is unfair for you to place your feelings on somebody and you don't even know what they are. It's very unfair. And I feel very strongly about this because it has happened to me. And it's happened to my friends as well.
And then getting
You
upset at
can,
them.
yeah, you feel a certain how that you aren't articulating properly or you don't know what to do with, and that happens to all of us. And then you take that and you place it on the other person. So this is your fault. I realize that since this happened, da 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 da. But really and truly, this is coming from a space of I
Mm-hmm.
realize you're not talking to me as much and I feel a how about it. So I just place that on you.
Yeah. Be honest
You
and
know,
accountable.
yeah,
That's
take
it.
stock of your feelings and know what it is. And if it is that you realize that you might want something more or less, let them know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let
I
them
really
know,
told
let
a
them know,
man,
let them know.
I was like, you want me to stay over, sir? I'm going to catch feelings. Like, I was like, I already like you. Do you want me to like you even more? Are you crazy? I don't care. He was just like, mm. And I was like, so now you know where I'm coming from. I don't like it. Please, please don't cuddle me and don't kiss me on my forehead. can't.
And that's that. That's that on that. Respect the girl. The girl says she's soft. So like just do
And
it.
don't kiss me like you love me. Stop.
But also do it.
No endearing kisses, please and thanks.
She
Well,
says
love
and then she
kisses,
go
no.
back.
Yeah, I have not. I realize I'm not good for this. No, I ain't make that life.
You're not made for that life. You don't deserve them things, so.
We don't deserve many things. We also all deserve cash money and free trips. But
Yeah.
we move. The thing is, with situationships, friendships, relationships, all of the ships, if you also if you tend to go for, let me not say you, let me speak about me. I could only speak from my perspective. The people that are around me because I like them. My friends. I like you. I respect you. There are things that I admire about you. There are things that you
Same, sis. Same. Please receive that
there are things
and
that
let
you
that soak in for a sec. Thank you.
there are things that you teach me, that sort of stuff. And at least for me, that translates into all of the other areas of my life. I cannot lie down with a man that I do not respect or admire or feel some type of way for, period. So now when situationship theory comes into play, I think that's the point. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
The feds are listening.
They clearly are.
Wow, because I didn't play music, huh? Sydney started up herself and volunteered music.
Not Siri. Siri don't even be
Siri
bothered
says Siri
with
setting up
nobody.
the background.
Siri
Yeah,
doesn't answer me.
Scene.
now she's listening. I don't understand because when I asked her what the time was today, she couldn't tell me.
She don't answer. No, she don't answer you when you ask her anything, but she open your business all the time when she don't need to.
If I say Siri name too loud and I take long to ask what I wanna ask, he just be like, mm-hmm.
No,
I'm
but
like,
first of all,
nigga.
Apple, please revert because this rude response not working with me.
Like I
I from
wasting
the
your
Caribbean.
time.
We
You are
can't
on my
nobody
phone.
exactly.
You are my Siri.
They didn't make this thing with Caribbean people in mind because who you're
No,
answering who is
because my mother really was like, hey, she was like, who answer you like that?
You
I'm
know
like,
who we all
oh,
in
Siri, girl.
situationships with? Siri
Siri.
and
Each other.
Alexa.
Yeah.
No, we shall not
Please,
talk about
don't
Alexa.
load up mine. That
Exactly.
one,
She's a gemma. I have no problems with her. I have
she
both of them.
responds, but
I have
she's
both
not
of them in my
responsive.
house, and she's a good girl.
We've got
That
Google.
one does respond when I'm watching TikTok videos about her.
How's Google?
I want to say she name.
Google's fine, but it will, because we have Google in the kitchen and then there's one in my parents' room. So you had to be careful what part of the house you're in because if you say Google, do this, but even if I'm in the living room, he'll play it in my parents'
bedroom.
Yeah. So yeah.
Google play porn.
We got very sidetracked. The point is,
Yes.
Sorry, babes.
no, just this. The main point was, sometimes I think what makes it difficult situationships and fuck buddies and friends with benefits, especially I think friends with benefits. If you're friends with that person, again, it's somebody that you want to keep in your life, and then sometimes the way that you have to get out of these things sometimes calls for a little ghosting or a little distance. And if you live in a small community like us island people, it's hard to avoid people. It's hard to be able to distance yourself. It's hard to not be triggered by their beautiful faces and stuff like that. You see this person and whatever and your thing, and then you're on. For the people who go on Twitter and talk their shit, go on Twitter and talk about which parts of your body jumping and whatever, them kind of things. So not calling any names, it's just like it is difficult.
That's
you know how do you keep that discipline within yourself? How do you stop yourself from not feeling. I feel like feelings are so innately human. How do I not feel with this man for you not with this man for 9 years? And for 9 years, you telling yourself, hug him, kiss him, lay down with him, skin out, but don't feel nothing? I am not a big stone.
I
As a matter
can't.
of
I
fact,
could
Yeah.
I
not.
say this all the time. My heart is in my cat.
Yeah, well, it's all over, but yeah.
It's all over, but it's there. And if you do something in a nice way, sometimes I might feel a nice thing. And like, now I'm in a problem.
But yeah, I catch feelings in a week and
Well,
a
how
half,
do you
so
do that
I
for
feel you
nine
there.
years?
hmm
That seems so crazy to me.
You have to
Yeah.
have there's a lot of management of self and feelings that you have to do to stay in something like that. And that could be very, very tumultuous for you
Mm.
as opposed,
Maybe
it
they
could be
don't live close
tumultuous for
by.
both. Actually, it could be tumultuous for both because again, people manage their feelings just to keep things the way that it is because they don't want it necessarily to change. Like he said, he didn't want to go through this and her, walking away, and that's tough. But also, if you reach that stage, can you just not be together? I think
No,
the world is also afraid of commitment and afraid of being together because of the
And
loss of
selfish.
something. It is a vision. I recently had a conversation with a guy. I don't know the guy. I mean, I know him, but I don't know him. And these random guys just saw me and they were like, "Hey," I knew one of them, and they were like, "Hey, come for a drink." And I was like, "All right, cool." And it ended up speaking about that, and he was like, he have a girl in some other country and he here and people is be ragging on his relationship because like it open and whatever. And but if they apart, do what you need to do to satisfy those urges, and when we together. But he still went on to say it's like it ended up being like a protection type of thing. He could be as in love with the person as what he is still gonna tell them as a dog, as a rat, because I could tell you I love you and I could be down for you and thing, and then you could leave me. And it's clearly for him, it's a self-preservation type of thing. But on the flip side, you could do that to somebody else. It's a very selfish thing. You are actually doing that to somebody else because if you love that girl, chances are she could love you too. And what you're doing is taking yourself away from her and putting her in the same position that you don't want to be in. And I'm not saying it's specific to men because there are lots of women that do that because there are a lot of guys who want to give, they want to step out of that we cuddling in the nighttime, but we's friends in the daytime type of vibe and want to get into the we everything every time. And the girl just don't want that. So I'm just gonna be fair to both. And if we just being selfish, like we just the climate is just afraid of commitment and afraid. But as a part of it's just like a risk, even with marriage, it's like it's still a growing and evolving thing and things can change and you just have to work through it if you have it within you to work through it. And if you don't, you don't. And yeah, there's a risk that it's gonna end and it's to just hold yourself back like that, like just keep people in a position just because you want to protect yourself is not fair. And I'm not saying that I don't do that because guarded is me is guarded, and I will hold on to my feelings until they make me cry in the middle of the night in the pouring rain. I just
Oh, R&B
yeah,
songs,
yeah.
yeah.
In the pouring rain, tears running down your face, and then you just wipe it and just keep on charging.
and
Is
then
this?
she'll get okay and she'll call me and say something and then put on the phone and then I would be bawling.
It's just a thing.
At this point, this really is trauma bonding.
It really is because
Oh
then Ro will
God.
give us story and all of us are just in
Mm-hmm.
on it and we upset and da 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 da. It's just y'all. All the ships is a work in progress, yes, at the end of the day.
That's true, but I think I give thanks for every time I pick up my mic. I'm sorry.
Pick it up, girl. That's your
It
thing.
just it feels good in my hand.
I thought she
Um,
was gonna say something else.
Very well.
I get
Very well. Very
yeah.
well.
B, you know me so well.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, of all the ships, I appreciate our friendship.
Our
It
ship.
is it's a
The
It's
most.
we
our
say
ship.
this almost every episode, but it's really good to have it because it keeps you grounded and it reminds you. You know, sometimes we remind ourselves, hey, but you said this, eh? Remember that, eh? And sometimes you just have to gather yourself. Gather
Yeah.
yourself.
It's always the
It's
checking
like
each other
Rohan
part.
constantly saying, that's it, man. Constantly.
No, because
Stop.
math. I'm not even
You
good at
know?
math.
I think
But I
that's the
could do that
number
addition.
one rule. That's the number one rule that all of the rules that we've read so far, all of the rules, the number one rule that they left out with situationships is to have a solid, impartial friend group. Because
Impartial.
no, somebody who's gonna be unbiased,
Check you.
somebody who's gonna check you,
Yeah,
who is gonna like
definitely.
allow you to be sad, but then also be like, yeah, but
All right, let's get on
but
track.
remember he tell you he didn't want nothing. So I mean,
That's me with Ole because so in that
sorry,
gray
but
area.
you knew what it was like, a solid friend group, because also you need to be able to have people, if you cannot go to the manage your feelings, right? Because you have to manage your feelings. You're spending time with someone, you're spending intimate time with someone. If you have a rule like B where you're sexually exclusive, that also is a big thing. That means you have this constant energetic exchange with this one person. Maybe you're down in the meat raw, you ain't wear no gloves, you don't have on no boots, you're just in the garden fucking.
I get off this call. Good night.
You need to be able to call a friend when you can't call the man and say, oh, I love you, I miss you. I have to call your friend and say, yo, friend, I've been thinking about this person, da da da. And your friend kind of check you and say, yeah, but stop that. You know,
Or tweet it.
swallow that. Or like
Or
Rohan,
tweet
go
it.
and you tweet it. It's
I
not an
tweet
invitation
everything.
to look for our tweets now, but
Don't look for
it's
my
just
tweets.
to say that you really need to have a place to vent so that you could manage. I mean, also,
Yep.
and not even self-talk is important too. But if outside of self-talk, a good friend group that's not going to tell you to go and key the gentleman's vehicle. Now, if you call me, my first answer will be key the car, but my second answer will be, it's okay. Just release, let it go, breathe, journal.
I'm
Not
down for a drive-by and a
journal.
keying. I don't care.
Not doing it. My first
It's
answer
a
will be
tight one.
fuck you.
I mean, it's always for key. And that is a problem because after we have the conversation with the friend, that is exactly what we go in and do. Fucking.
And I just want to let situationships know, and this is not specific to us, but also, yes, the friends know. Okay. The friends know. Girl, them boy and them,
Man,
they know.
everybody.
Girl, the man, them girl and them, they know.
Yep.
They very know. So
We are
just,
aware.
just
We're aware that you
everybody
are
don't
part of our
know,
friends.
but you see them call ones, they be
They
knowing.
I
They
have
be
a
knowing.
question.
And we know it's exactly when it happens because there's a group chat that talks about it as soon as you're done.
Yep.
And also, we share locations. So at any point,
Yes. If you're not fucking in your house, we know that you're not at home after the sex.
And half the time, one of us is always with each other, which means that when we're together, we're able to identify where the other one is or is not.
Factual facts. I have a question though.
Yeah.
Is there a difference? Like certain words keep coming up, and I was just wondering if they're different or if they're all the same. Situationship, friend with benefits, fuck buddy, sneaky link.
A sneaky link is not anybody that you like, you respect or nothing. That is just a genital. That is a fuck.
That is a genital.
That is a genital.
That
jealous.
is after you've like had a rough day, or maybe when you're drunk, you're just like, "Da, da, 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 da." What are you doing? And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they'll be like
Yeah.
at
A
home checking.
friend with benefits, I think by the nature of the initial intent, is a friend that you have decided to enter a sexual thing with. But that's a friend, not somebody you
Hmm.
just met and then you'll decide that you're cool and then like a
Yeah, that's
friend
somebody
friend.
who knows you
That you've
and you
known
know
prior.
them. Like
Yeah, yeah,
y'all are
prior.
good.
Y'all
Yeah,
have
y'all have
some
to like
sort
talk
of,
about if your friendship is gonna suffer or not, and how you're gonna act. Like that's a
yeah.
conversation you guys.
A
That's a friend
situationship,
conversation.
it's a little bit, it's deeper than that. It supposedly derived from that attraction and wanting to be in something, but also not wanting to be in anything.
I feel like a
Yeah.
situationship is like a fake designer handbag.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
it's a
Because
Hermes,
knockoff.
not a
it's
That's a
not
good
that
Hermes.
it
one.
isn't a
You know.
relationship. It very much is a
It's
relationship.
a type, yeah.
You and
Yeah.
this person are in a thing that
It's
isn't.
non-committal though. It's not defined. The one thing that it says it's not defined. So you can't
Yeah.
say that
So
your
that at
man,
the
that
end
your
of the day,
girl.
one person could be like, we're
No.
not even together though.
Yeah.
But it's
Woo!
still
That's
a
like,
relationship. But
Ooh,
it's
those are
still a
fighting
relationship.
words.
You
yeah,
know,
you're in the
it's
marina. You are in the marina.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
in the bay, but you're just an anchor.
Yeah. A little wave could wash you away.
Can it? Can it though?
Your boat will
Because
This
kind
is a
of
good topic.
bounce away.
tethered. But anyway,
I'm telling you.
tethered. It is a good topic.
Yeah.
It is a
A
good
great
topic, and
topic.
it's broad and it, it's like a thick girl.
I'm not against them. I think situationships are a good experience to have at a point in life. I think there's a time in your womanhood that you need a little sneaky link, a little, a little situationship, a little fuck buddy, all of the above. Some, a place where you could, as I had made the forking example before. So a safe place to dig for provisions.
Anna's analogies kill me every time, but I love it.
You are a farmer
You
working
are
hard in your land,
as a farmer.
planting your
Planting
short
your
crop
short crop and your
and your provision.
provision.
Love that for
Sorry.
you.
Sorry, I got excited. Provision.
No, no, no.
Shall
See,
Yes.
we like
I
we
mean, I
like
also
that.
said what I said, and Giselle knows that I meant it.
Much
Mhm.
doesn't pass me, babes. Much doesn't pass me. And I meant it as well.
Was
I like
Am?
yam.
Of course you was eating some yam.
Was eating some yam. Get a t-shirt for me for my birthday. Don't. Don't. Don't.
Was you're really going on tonight?
Oh, is that
Eh?
Giselle's new name? Do you
Was
know
that?
Was
have all of y'all saved in my phone under your governments? And maybe I should start adding nicknames.
nicknames? You should.
Man's
You should.
Day?
Haha,
Who's
we
that?
forgot about that.
I
Yeah,
Man's
forgot
Day.
her
Man's
name.
Day.
The
Is that my
problem.
first nickname?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
my
yeah,
other
yeah.
nicknames are official government nicknames at this point.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
man's day is you. The problem is her, and that has to be the last one. I'm not changing that again. They actually have a cap on how many times I can change Rohan's name in my phone. And B is Buhar.
Buhar.
Ooh.
Not Buhar.
I like to call her
You
prefer.
look you look in tan, girl. It's
You
okay.
do. You
Thank you.
actually
You
look
Thank
look like
you.
there's
very pink.
it looks like
Thank you.
there's sun in Cali. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. I got
Yeah,
the
Mm-hmm.
you're
tan
not
from
looking
Europe though.
pale.
Callie's about to make me fade away again.
Fade away.
Oh no.
It's
Shall
been a
we wrap
beautiful
it up,
conversation,
ladies?
guys. Yes, we
Thank
Yeah, let's wrap
just.
it up.
It was a beautiful conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you to the people who sent in their stories. We always appreciate when you interact with us on the interwebs. So,
We do.
and thank you to the loyal ones, the ones who keep you know, giving us the tea.
I don't know why you said loyal and immediately my brain went loyal side man.
Hello, it's very
That
it's
makes sense.
it's
That makes sense.
I
side
want
man.
a loyal side man one day. I'm looking. I don't want that. But a loyal side man would be
I
nice.
want a loyal
That's okay.
front man.
I
Not
just want a loyal Rasta man. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Interesting.
That's it. That's it.
That's
That's it.
very interesting.
But when God hit him with that slipper, they so pow. And he
Bingo
in it to win it
wasn't.
like lotto. Yeah. Yeah. Whoever that is. Remember
Mm.
2025 for my wedding, guys, sneakers and dresses.
I
I don't want to
want
hear, I don't want to, I don't.
I wasn't gonna
Okay,
say
good.
you
No.
already
I was stopping the sneaker talk, but no, I wasn't stopping you from speaking, darling. Go ahead.
no, I know two things. I want for you whatever you want for yourself.
Thank you, babes.
I will not be wearing sneakers to your wedding. I'll be wearing heels. Sorry.
Same. Sorry. Anyway, wrap it up, bitch.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to Straight No Chaser. We were here speaking about situationships with the beautiful Ayana, Bahar, Rohan, and myself, Giselle. If you have not done so already, you should follow us on the Instagram at straightnochaser.podcast. And in the link in our bio, you can see all the various places that you can stream us. You can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, the YouTubes to see our faces, or
Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. Please leave us a review, a rating, share, and like.
definitely do all that. Interact with us. Tell us what you would like to hear us talk about next. Give us some feedback. And as always, take a shot with us and do not have any chaser because that's good for nothing.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.